Hello everyone, my name is Shivam Kumar and today we are going to learn and explore C programming language. So let's start. First, we will discuss the agenda of this lecture. In this lecture, first we'll understand the introduction, then the basic syntax and structure of a C programming, then data types, then variables, and final tips and takeaway from this lecture. So let's start. First, we'll discuss introduction. The most important question while we are learning anything, any science topic, any programming language, or anything, why we need that, why we are learning this. First, you need to understand why we are learning this one, right? This is the most important question. This will encourage you to learn and motivate while learning or going through this journey. Okay. So first, we'll understand why we need any programming language. So first, I will go through the basic why we need any language. Then I will move to the why we need a programming language. So why we need any language for us? The main answer is that whenever when we have to communicate with each other, like suppose currently I'm communicating in English, which both of us know, right? I know my audience will understand the English, so that's why I'm communicating in English, right? So this is the main first point like whenever I have to communicate and with anyone, then we have to, or I have to, or we have to learn basically the language which the users or another person knows, right? So this is the need of the language. When we talk about the programming language, the same concept. Now the second person is computer. So whenever we have to interact with a computer, whenever we have to done our job by using the computer, then we need a language which computer understands, right? There are lots of work which computer can do, but if I don't know how to do that, I don't know the programming language, how the computer will understand that language. So that will be a problem, right? So whenever we have to communicate with computer and to tell them that this is my job, you have to finish this, then we need a programming language which computer understand. That's why we are basically learning the computer's language, right? So to tell them that this is my job and you have to finish it, this is the one of the reason. Whenever we have to communicate with computers, we need a programming language. Another whenever we like certain task is there, we want to automate that daily at 5 p.m. just repeat this task on 7 at particular time, just repeat this task, then we need a automation. In that also, using this programming language, we can do that. Problems on there are different problems, we can, with the help of computers and the programming language, we can finish it. So that's one of the reason. Software development, everyone knows what is the software, right? So I'm not going to explain this point. And the innovation, while using the programming language, we can explore or develop more new things which help during the exploration, innovation. So this is the reason why, and this is the most important reason you have to understand how we can do that. That we'll whenever the lecture moves forward now, we will understand that one. Okay. So next, history. uh, so in this, I am going to only discuss the 2 points. This is designed by Dennis Riches, and this is developed in 1972 when he was. There is a very good story that you can learn from. Just a second, something. Okay. So you can read about the history, how they have developed. That is a also very interesting story, so you can go through that. So these are the 2 points. Dennis Riches and 1972, he has discovered this program. Just imagine what he has developed in 1972. This is the one of the most efficient, and still we are using that. So you can understand what is the power and how much this is uh, good and efficient, that every nowadays also we need this software. We have another programming language also, multiple programming language are also present, but still we need this C programming to start our journey. And still in the industry also, this programming language is used. So this is a very important programming language. So just imagine everything, like there are multiple programming language is developed, but still it exists, and the most important thing, it is used in the industry. So you can think how good he developed. Okay, moving forward, we are not going. Huh. This is the one of the most key thing while we are learning any language, or when we talk about the programming language. While I'm just comparing this to the English language, okay, so you can get a reference from where it will be easy to connect. So whenever we are learning how to speak English, or if you are solving the math, the only key point is, uh, while learning English you have to speak, while learning math you have to practice, you have to write it down. The similar stories goes with this also. Whenever you have to learn this programming language, you have to write the program, while on a system, on a pen paper, you have to write, and then it will help to understand the problem, or you will learn very efficiently. Okay, so moving further now, this is the basic idea history about this C programming. Now we are going to start with this. So whenever we are learning, this is a trend, or the first coding programming language we used to write, that is Hello World program. So the same thing we are going to continue in this lecture also. So now the first program which we are going to write it, that is Hello World. First I will show you how we are going to write, then I'll demonstrate that in a compiler also, how we are going to write that. Okay, so whenever we have to write a Hello World in C program, these are the few syntax which we have to use every time. The first thing is hash include stdio. This is a header file, standard input output file. Stdio, standard input output header file. So this we are going to use. This will be the first line whenever we are writing this. Next, the main function. So first we will include the header file, then this the main structure will start. Int main, we are going to follow this one. Int main, then you have to write printf. So printf is another keyword in which, this is basically a library in which, like keyword, with the help of that we are going to write or print any statement. Suppose uh, whenever like printf hello world, right? So print, the system will understand that this keyword printf is now whatever written inside the printf we have to display to the user. So this is the functionality of this printf. So whatever the inside the printf box, they are going to directly display in the on the system. Okay, then now the last statement is the return function, right? Return, that will means basically whenever the print main functions ends, it will return back to that. So this is the complete structure. So again I'm understanding this one. So they are basically four components, right? So in this one, the first component is header file, the second one is the main function, the third one is the printf like statement, and the fourth one is return statement. This is the simple. Again if we summarize that one, first one we have written the header file, then the main block, right? So this is used for the printing the hello world statement. Okay, whenever you are going to compile and run this program, this will return or write in the command prompt that hello world, and the program will be finished. This is a very simple, and this is the first program. You have to first write the header file, then the main block. Inside the main block you have going to write the printf, and whatever the sentence is written inside the printf, that is going to be display. Okay, the most important question is where we are going to run this one. So there are lots of online compiler. You have to just Google search, like just type online C compiler. Will be multiple options will be there. In that you can find anyone. I'll show which I have used. Then you can write the same program, and then you just hit on the run button, and you are going to see the output. This is the very simple, nothing you need to install. But whenever you are practicing or starting, just go for the online compiler and practice. Okay, this is the compiler which I have used To practice this one, you can see there are lots of options are there. See, in this one, you can, this is the compiler which I have used. In this, there are lots of options. You don't need anything. Whenever you are going to open this compiler, this is the first program which is by default written, and you have to just click on this run one. You are going to write this program here, any program, whichever, and just click on the run button, and you can find this output here. And it's very simple. No need to install anything. Just practice, go through their online compiler, type whatever you want to run and show. And the best thing is that if you want to practice it, just pause this video, go to the Google Chrome or any browser, type this and just practice this. You can play with this one. You can change any word, just hello, your name, and check this. Okay, and it will be super cool. You are going to love it. Okay, now, so moving to further, one note which I want to give you. Whenever we have to move to the new line, there is one option /n. This is we are going to use the most. If you are going to put the /n, suppose in the previous example we have printed hello world together, right? But I want to print hello in a one line and the world in the second line, right? So in that scenario, we are going to write printf hello, then /n, and then world. So in that scenario, in the first line, the hello will be printed, and the second line, the world will be printed. So whenever we have to print in a separate line or move to the next line, then we use /n. Okay, so this is super cool. We have this is the example you can see in this one. Same, first is the header file, then the then you can see this is the main printf, and in this one we have added this /n, and this is my name Shubham, so I have added my name, right? Hello /n Shubham. So it will display first the hello, then Shubham, and this is the return statement. So if we see this output hello Shubham, so it will going to print in two different lines. First is hello, and next is Shubham. So whenever we require a new line, you have to remember this. Whenever we have to require a new line, we are going to use /n. Okay. Now this is the exercise. You can practice this one. Suppose you have to write a program that prints the number between 1 to 5. You have to print it 1. In the next line you have to print 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, right? In this way you can try the writing the program in the online compiler and just try to fix this. And the second program is write a program that prints your name and address, right? Just that will, in a simple, in the previous days how we are going to use the write the address, first your name, your the other parts, the flat name or building name, your area, your address, and the pin code, in which manner you want to. So this is the practice problem that you can try yourself. Okay, so in this, now we will see the structure of C program. In this one, which we have already discussed, the first line, which is the header file, right? The hash include studio. This is the header file, right? And the second one is the main function, right? This is the main function, and this is the printf hello world. This is the statement, and this is the return statement, right? And whenever the main function starts, this complete box is also known as body. So, if we talk, the first line is the header, then the main block. Inside the main block, the statements will be there: hello world or printf statement or whatever the function or the statement which we want to perform. That statement will be present, and the return in the last line returns it. That return statement is always at the last line of this code, right? And the where this curly bracket starts means this the curly bracket starts and end. This complete part is known as the body. So this is the complete structure of the C program, right? Again, header, main, then statements, and the return file, and this is combined known as body. You have to remember that when we are talking about the header, so you are in the top of the program. Then by the default, the always the header files are at the starting points. In this program, we have used only one header, but in some programs, you are going to see the multiple header files, right? More than one. So every time the header files will be present at the top of the uh, code, then the main function, right? Inside the main function, the last line will be 0. Oh, so this is the overall structure of the C program.